Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 12th of November 2022. Thanks for joining me. I want to use the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Saturday and what the day is going to look like. So I'm just going to shuffle these and then choose 3 cards. First card is the Knight of Swords. I think he appeared recently. So the theme continues. Then we have the 3 of Swords. Oh, and the 2 of Swords. Wow. You know what this reminds me of? That anecdote that Byron Katie shared, like how she discovered the work and everything that she does. She was so depressed that she couldn't even sleep in the bed anymore because she felt so bad about herself, apparently. And it got so bad that the depression or something, she had like a breakthrough with it and came out the other side. And it's reminiscent of Eckhart Tolle, who told a similar story. He was sitting on a bench in a park in London, I think it was Richmond Park or something, for like 2 years. And he was just like almost catatonic and depressed and all these things. And same thing, something snapped, or there was some sort of an opening, something cracked, so some light and space could appear. And again, he came out the other side, and in his case, he like became enlightened or something. So these 3 cards, swords, are all about ideas and thinking. This in the middle is very, that's what I love about the tarot. It's pretty visually self-explanatory. But it's heartbreak and it's loss, it's betrayal, it's communication, ideas, circumstances that make you feel stressed out or that make you feel upset because something you care about has been lost. It's not a pleasant experience. So it's communication that really causes a negative emotional response. So it could be something bigger, it could be something really trivial. It could be going to the grocery shop and someone bumping into you and not apologizing, or instead even, I don't know, turning around and insulting you or something. And that's something that may make you feel, wow, okay, that was painful. Or it could be the end of a marriage. So it's the theme of loss, and it's something that you care about becoming difficult and painful. But these 2 cards are interesting because the Knight of Swords, he kind of is partially responsible for the heartbreak. His behavior is really off beam. He's really just unpredictable. So situations where he's meant to sit quietly and listen, he just starts yelling and shouting his own opinion. No one asked. And then when he's actually meant to teach the kids how to, I don't know, do the crops or something, he doesn't show up for the teaching, for the lesson. He just couldn't get it together or something like that. So he's unreliable. He's trying to master the element of air. So when it comes to consistency and following the rules, he's not the greatest. And if you're in a situation on this day where you have to follow the rules, you're at, I don't know, the international conference of some sort of discussion, and everyone has to have a name tag, and you have to check in and stuff, and you just traipse right to the stage and say, I'm now going to talk to you. Then someone at that event is going to tell you off, and that may feel unpleasant. But it's not because the, I don't know, security person saying is rude. It's because you've put yourself in a position where you really have no business being. Do you see what I mean? So if something negative is happening, the Knight of Swords is kind of blaming you for it. No, I'm kidding. He's not blaming you, but he's saying, potentially, it may be a good idea to look at your part in a situation. So if something goes really awry and you're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that ever happened to me. How could you do this? You know, and you take absolutely no accountability or see no responsibility in it at all, then yeah, you can do yourself a favor. I mean, this doesn't feel good, right? It's like, I can't deal with this information. It's super painful. So it's not about self-blame, saying, oh, I brought this on myself. But it's about saying, okay, well, this situation is painful. How am I going to try and understand it? And so immediately try and be productive about it. And if I look at my part in the situation, so, you know, if the partner is saying, I've had enough, I'm leaving, I've packed all my stuff, then it's like, oh my God. But if you think about it, it may be that you've been away on a mission in India for 6 months and have really neglected the relationship. And it's not really justifiable to say, oh my God, I was so blindsided. I never saw this coming. I'm so hurt. Okay, so I'm laughing, but it's really not that fun, this kind of thing. The blessing of the Knight of Swords is that he thinks totally outside of the box because he doesn't respect any rules or any structure. He's trying to figure it out on his own. Once in a while, amongst all the mistakes and stuff, he really makes an amazing discovery that no one else has made because he is a unique thinker. He is outside of the norm. So I would apply that then via this card to things in life that cause me pain, that cause me chronic pain. So what if I can't maintain good relationships with friends and I find myself isolated all the time? If I look at that today, I'm going to understand why I behave that way, what the payoff is, and why I've got myself into this situation. Again, my part in something that hurts me in the now. How can I understand it in order to heal that? Pull the sword out like Excalibur. Hooray. Oh, wow. I didn't even think of that connection. The Knight of Swords is able to pull these out. Oh, I love that. So, yeah, if, you've been in therapy for ages or you're doing CBD, is it CBD? Cognitive behavior? Oh, CBT. I'm thinking of the marijuana supplement, CBD. CBT is cognitive behavior therapy, where you look at your own thinking and you it's like a personal inventory in order to pull these negative swords out, or ideas and situations that cause you pain, or ways of thinking or seeing the world that cause you pain, like the knight. I mean, Excalibur, I think King Arthur pulled that out, but he wasn't the king yet. So he's the perfect person to pull the sword out of the heart here. Your thinking, your ideas, your ability to analyze and to make sense of things allows you to let go of some sort of unhealthy behavior that you engage with in order to feel better. Through understanding, you're able to let it go. And then the Two of Swords, this is about not seeing. It's about being defensive and feeling like a bit of a victim because these swords aren't being used. So this is someone who is trying to, or who lives in the land of the emotions. We've got the ocean at the back here. Water is the element that has to do with spirituality, connection, feelings, like this heart. But she's not using her vision. She's not free to defend herself. She's not using her ideas, her voice to kind of stand in her power. So rather than let your feelings govern you and dictate your behavior and how you should respond, look at the situation as the Queen of Swords would. Use your laser sharp ability to look at something, to analyze it, to create meaning from it, and to say, this is my opinion. Because it's your analysis and your ability to be opinionated or to reach a conclusion on your own that you're able to heal yourself. So it is a major breakthrough where a feeling has been there so long that you're starting to see the pattern of it. It's almost like you zoom out and you're able to see it. Like if every morning I wake up and I feel horrible, then I'll do that for, I don't know, a week or 2 weeks. And then I'll think, why am I feeling so horrible every time I wake up in the morning? And then I might look into it and find out I have some sort of thing that causes that, right? But it's the same thing here, but via the emotions and our own emotional behavior or our own coping strategies that may be healthy or unhealthy. I don't think most of us are overly aware of them. I mean, we don't sit around, most of us, saying, okay, why do I behave like this? Or why did I say that? I mean, but here, something on that level, an emotional pattern, behavior that you find weird or upsetting, but you still do it anyway and you don't really understand it. Something that goes counter to your beliefs and values, but it makes you feel better. There's some sort of relief. You start to recognize it for what it is, that it's like an emotional hobby or something almost. And you can see it, pull the blindfold off, And this card is often associated with hope. It's like, even though I don't see now, I understand that I will see in future. So that hope and faith combined with the analysis allows you to pull these swords out and to get this thing pumping again and to heal itself. We've had a few opportunities like this since the eclipse, you know. It's really interesting. It's kind of like November is the season of personal healing here and seeing things differently. And, you know, if you get upset about little things or the big things in life, you know, some people, like if someone passes away, they can handle that. But if they get a paper cut, it's like, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it's the end of the world, you know? So, and some people, physical pain means nothing. But if they get rejected by a loved one, it's like, wow. So we're each one of us can handle things differently. And most of us try and get through life as best we can. I know that's a very particular way of putting it, but certain things that are problematic, we try and manage as best we can. That's what I mean. So if you have now recognized this in yourself, you're not a sitting duck. You're not a victim of your own behavior or your feelings. You can manage them to a certain degree and heal them so that the whole thing just goes up in smoke and it's a non-issue. Number-wise, we've got a court card, which is 1, and then 3 is 4. 4 and 2 is 6, and 6 is a temporary opportunity for personal healing. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. The website is gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, please. I heard someone say recently that if you click like on a video on YouTube, that's what gets the algorithm's attention. So if lots of people like a video, then it shows up in searches and stuff. So if you do like this, please do hit the like button and share it online. That really helps the video get seen. And if you want to be part of the channel, there's some amazing people on this channel, then please hit subscribe and share the click the bell next to it as well. Sometimes I go on live, although I haven't done one in a while. I need to do one soon. And I answer questions live using the tarot. So if you're interested in any of that, then please do any or all of those things. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.